love the rain. The world's mighty pretty in the pretty little night in the rain. To wash away my troubles like a million bubbles, they run off to the deep dark drains. In the rain, the beautiful rain. My life is full of pain in the rain.
Oh. Man, that's... You, like, want an umbrella or something? Because, like, I could lend you the money.
I think I do, because I'm sitting here, like, all sopping wet. And I've been outside in the rain for, like, a fucking week. And
is it raining over there?
Yeah, it is a Noah-level flood. It is gargantuan. It's been leaking into the roofs. A hurricane happened a couple days ago. It's been awful.
Damn.
It's been awful.
Wow, I didn't even know Eau Claire could get hurricanes.
Yeah, I was surprised. It came in from Lake Superior area, and then it just sort of materialized in the middle of that, and then moved. Like it moved out of its parents' house, and it got denied a car insurance loan, so it got mad and started storming around everywhere.
Yes, of course, the classic revenge story.
But yeah, he took out his revenge on a lot of trees. He's in a civil court case right now, which I think should be a federal court case, because he killed a lot of trees, and
yeah, I think they should really just up.
Yeah.
Prison time, honestly. Sentence him to death.
Honestly, I mean, the electric chair, totally. And he's made of water, so it'll even go faster, right?
Yes. Yeah, actually. Don't even need to use that much voltage. It'll just kill him.
I don't know where we're going with this.
I don't either. But hey, who are we anyways?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us?
Well, I believe I am Nicholas Vandevort. I think that's right. Yeah, last time I checked. Maybe I should find my wallet somewhere.
It seems like...
I can't find it, but we're just gonna go with that.
I just grabbed my wallet. I'm checking my driver's license. Apparently, my name is Christopher David Janke. And my birth date is 10/2 of 02. My social security number is...
No, I don't think we need to read that one out. I think we should keep that one close to the chest there.
Probably, yeah.
Why is that on your driver's license?
I don't know.
Man.
Anyway, how have you been, Nick? Nick.
Yeah. Yes. I've been doing pretty well. Yeah, I watched the Super Bowl for the first time.
Ooh.
I think ever.
And
not like, okay, so I've been around when other Super Bowls have been playing in the house. But I usually would just fuck off at some point and do my own thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to watching the whole thing. This time, I went to my roommate's hometown of Staples. Staples, Minnesota. Shout out. And yeah, we went there to see my old roommate's new house. He actually bought a home now, and he's renting out a room to his little brother. And he's got a lot of renovating to do, but it's cool. He's already got a home.
Nice.
Yeah. And then that just, was the same day that the Super Bowl was happening, so decided to stick around for that.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty... Not a good game, but it was the first year that I didn't mind watching it. I think because working the college football games over the fall really helped expose me more to the rules of the game and how it all works, how the pacing should be, what's exciting, etc.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was one point of the game I remember it being kind of tense, but then no, Bengals fucked up and the Rams won. Like everyone probably thought, except for all those people in the stadium.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It seems like when you're watching it in a stadium versus watching it on a TV, you have a little bit more hope for your team.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. You're there in person, you're there with all the other fans that are like you.
Yeah.
Friends, family are around you cheering on. It's a national event.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that holds some merit.
Have you ever been to a sport game, like live?
I've been to baseball games. I was at one televised baseball game once when I was I can't remember if I was 11 or 12, but it was the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago Cubs.
All right.
And that was Father's Day one year, and we got that for my grandpa and my uncle Glenn.
How was that game? Do you remember much of it?
Well, that was kind of interesting. I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast, but that was the weekend that I got half my skin ripped off of my arm.
Oh my god.
Have
that for weekend?
Have I told you that story?
I believe you have. Is it the golf cart?
Yep, the one where we flipped the go-kart and I lost.
Okay.
I lost.
I don't think you've told it on the podcast.
Okay.
So
for the sake of that, I'll just tell it really quick.
Sure.
So I was over at my friend's house and they had a go-kart and they were like, hey, it would be a really good idea to go and drive a go-kart around a field with a lot of rocks and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're driving around and finally we did this for like an hour or so, and then finally my mom came out and said, all right, we're leaving in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So I am getting ready to go back in the house, and one of my friends is like, hey, do you want to take one last ride on it? And I'm like, sure, nothing can go wrong. So we're driving around, and he took a really tight corner, and we must have hit a rock, because we went up in the air, flipped over like twice, and then landed. And I didn't feel anything at first, but then I looked at my arm, and my skin was just completely gone from my wrist up to my shoulder.
And then he died.
Yep, then I died, and
from shock.
Yep.
Just the whole arm was gone, and he just couldn't believe it, so he died.
Yep, and I've been a ghost this whole time, actually.
Yes, this was our reveal the whole time that we were leading up to this podcast.
I've been a ghost. Nick actually met me at a seance.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a weird time in my life. It's still a weird time in my life, considering I still commune with the dead. But we're not going to focus on that right now.
And keep in mind, we met each other on my very first day of high school, so
yep.
he was really at a weird time, because how bored do you have to be to do a seance on the first day of frickin' school, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it was weird hobbies, man. I was really into that creepypasta stuff back then, and then it really spiraled out of control.
What was really weird was we were both in the school plays. So when you were doing scenes with me, you were just talking to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And
everyone thought that I was insane. But they wouldn't tell me, except for Andy.
Oh yeah, she told you were insane a few times. I know.
Yep.
Because I'm a ghost and I can fly into places really easily.
Yep.
I've seen things that no one should ever see.
I don't know how she was able to talk to you sometimes.
I don't know either. Maybe your seance energy went into her a little bit. I don't know.
Weird. Anyways.
That went places.
How have you been, Chris?
Oh, I've been hunky fucking dory. This has been a really interesting last week or so.
How so?
Do you really want to hear about it?
I mean, we're here to talk about our lives. I feel like not talking about it kind of defeats the. You know what? Yes, I do want to hear about it, Chris. Tell me about your shit week.
All right.
I want to hear.
Okay, so it all started essentially on Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm working at the gas station with a coworker, and we were there alone from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like nobody else was working with us.
Okay.
So, and she was in the gas station section. I was in the kitchen section, so I couldn't really help her out up front. So she kind of got slammed because of that, since nobody else was there, right?
Sure.
So that was a very stressful day. And then on Sunday, it was just us again until 3 o'clock. Or no, there was one other person there, but we don't really trust her to do anything because we think she might be trying to steal from the registers. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we can't like really leave her alone or do anything like that because we don't know what's happening with her. So for all intents and purposes, it was just us. And she was getting kind of mad at our manager because we've been having these problems where, you know, we can't find anybody to work because a few people quit at once.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of mad at him that he wasn't working, you know, because he's the manager. So it was a whole thing.
Think he'd want to be there.
Right. But then I happened to check my schedule, and it said that on Monday I was supposed to close at 11, and then on Tuesday I was supposed to open at 4.
Oh.
So I would have gotten like an hour and a half of sleep that night.
Oh. Yeah, that's shitty.
Yeah. So, like, I'm on the phone with my manager, and I'm like, dude, I am not working, you know, 3 to 11 and then 4 to 3 again. I am not doing that.
Way too short between shifts, man.
Yeah. I think the legal requirements is like 12 hours between shifts.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's like, okay, I'll figure it out. And he sent me a solution. He's like, okay, you're going to be opening tomorrow and opening Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, yippee. So I write it down on the schedule so everybody knows the plan. And I noticed that on Monday I am opening alone.
Oh.
Nobody else is going to be in the store, which is illegal.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, solo mission.
Yeah. So, I went over to the main store, and I told them, hey, this is not good. I do not want to do this. And one of the girls over there said, no, he texted me. He said he's going to be opening with you tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't told, so this must be very recent. And I go back to the C-store, and I'm like, something doesn't seem right about this. So I'm just going to confirm with him to make sure everything's on the level here. And I'm like, okay, so you're opening with me tomorrow, right? And he goes, no, you're opening alone. Yeah. So I don't know what was going on over there, but it was definitely not on the level.
Okay, well, that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, also on Sunday, our Fresh Blends machine broke.
Is that like
that
your most popular thing?
No. It's so stupid. Nobody ever gets it. We've had our shit in there since January, and it's all expired.
The machine's just broken now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were trying to do our weekly cleaning, and the drain was so full of gunk that all the water started overflowing.
Oh.
Yeah. So Yeah, I'm standing over a mop bucket with a dirty ass hose collecting like 5 gallons of water, and then as soon as I put the hose down, it all the water went everywhere because the water wasn't going up the hose. It was just like pooling at the bottom of the S bend, waiting
Yeah.
waiting for it to be flat.
Yeah, that's
We-
not very nice.
We opened a hour late that day.
Sounds like a great place, man.
Yeah, it's fun. And then on Monday, yeah, just about everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Because I was the only one there. Our kitchen person showed up late, and she doesn't even know how to do anything in the C-store section, so she couldn't really help us in that aspect. I opened the store late. I got donuts 2 hours late. The accounting person came early, and she did not know how to do safe codes because I was over at the store getting donuts. So he had to come back, and he was not happy about that. So that was great. Yeah, it was just a shit show of a day. It was not fun at all. And then to top everything off, the CEO of C stores around the country came and showed up.
Just at the Eau Claire store.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Why would anybody tell me anything like that? Oh, the top executive of these stores is coming in on the day you just so happen to be closed or opening alone. You know, that's not
Oh my
important at all.
God.
That's just, that's something we can gloss over. Zippity doo-dah.
Holy shit! How did that go down?
Oh, it was very, very, oh my god. He was not happy at all because, I'm not supposed to be there alone. So,
Yeah.
as soon as he got wind that I opened alone, he was not happy. So that was kind of nice, like when my manager comes back in again, he's gonna get his ass chewed.
You got the literal boss of all bosses sniffing this out, like.
So, yeah, that was Monday. And then yesterday was a little better. I opened with someone who at least knew how to do the store, but didn't know how to do anything with the safe. And I had to train a new person on register yesterday, and we were so busy that I barely got to teach her anything.
Just had to rush through it all.
Essentially, yeah. So I'm not even sure how much of it she got from me.
So were you just like trying to explain shit on the fly?
Essentially, yes.
Man, hope she has a better second day.
Yeah, I hope so too. She's supposed to be back on Thursday, so let's hope.
Yeah.
And then my manager came in, even though it was his day off, and he and I went over to the main store to get our 15 pages of inventory because we don't get a truck at our store at the C store
Damn.
because it's just too small. So we get over there, and the CEO of the C stores was supposed to come back and do something there, and that's the only reason my manager came in. And he never texted him to tell him that he was there, so he did something else and then just left and said, "I'm gonna come back Thursday."
Okay.
So, yeah. It's been a really interesting last few days.
That's a wild ride, man. This is a great job.
But hey,
Really keep you on your toes, man.
but hey, last night I went and saw Jackass Forever, so I went and saw it for a second time because it was that funny.
Nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to turn off your brain, if you know what I mean.
Yep. I get that feeling. Sometimes the mind just bloop, goes black. All of it fades away. You're just chilling there for a moment, doing nothing. Jackass Forever playing on the TV in front of you, but you're not really watching it. You're just staring. Who knows what's going on in that mind?
Oh my god. Alright, so we've been talking about ourselves for 20 minutes now.
Yes.
So I figure we should go into our first segment of the day.
What is that?
Well, you know that you and I have been deep thinkers for a long time, right?
Yes. You know, it's ever since the day we met, it's the deep thoughts that connected our spirits together.
Yes, not the shitty jokes or the terrible plays or the theater games that nobody liked. It's been the deep thoughts.
Always. So, who's starting this time? Who started last time?
I think I started last time, so you should start this time in our recurring, unfortunately, segment, Deep Thoughts, with Nick and Chris, or Chris and Nick. I don't know. However you want to say it, that doesn't make me sound like an asshole for putting myself first.
All right.
So
yes, give me a second. I need to drink some water.
we got
Figure this out.
we got to get into our meditative states here.
Yep. You gotta prop up the elbow onto your knee, and then just propeller yourself into the air. I'm trying to imagine what that would look like.
Do you have to wear one of those little propeller hats?
Well, what are you propelling yourself with? I just realized, because you got your elbow on your knee. How do you do this?
Maybe your other arm is up in the air, just flapping around, and that's what's carrying you.
You're just spinning around so fast, like a helicopter. This is how we achieve human flight. This is the next evolution. Nah, that's not my deep thought. So, earlier today, I get out of bed every day, like 5 minutes after waking up, I reach over and grab some multivitamins.
Okay.
I gotta stay healthy.
Okay.
So, I pop it open, and then I see there's only 3 left. And the dose is 2 per day. So the question is, Chris, what do you think the right answer was? Do I eat all 3 in one day and consume more strength than I am recommended to take? Or do I take the normal dose today and then just be a little weaker tomorrow?
See, I think you're going about this the wrong way, because there's a very simple answer here. You take 2 today, and then tomorrow you cut the last one in half. Then you're taking 2. See?
Okay, and then the next day you cut that one in half.
Exactly. You just cut it in half forever.
Yeah, and you can do it forever because of that one math theory thing. Fuck, I forgot what it's called.
Fractal?
I think so. It's like you can divide forever.
Yeah.
You cannot get to 0 through division.
Yep, that's it.
So yeah, just continue dividing it in half forever.
Just never stop.
We can really apply this to a lot of things in life. Like, you know, Chris, like,
the last cookie at the office.
The last cookie, yes. You just keep splitting it in half with your coworkers.
Then everybody gets some.
Yep.
And you never have to
It
look
will
like
be
an asshole.
incrementally less, but
Mm-hmm.
early bird gets the worm. It's just kind of how it goes. If you decided to get there 16th and you only got this like crumb of a cookie, that's on you for coming into work later today, man.
Yeah, that's your
You
own
should have been
fucking
here
fault.
like at least 10 minutes early.
Exactly.
That's just how it should be, It's just, it encourages good workplace habits.
Exactly.
And this is why I think we need to invent a machine that just cuts things in half perfectly every time, no matter what the size is.
True. If it's a fucking atom, we just have to cut it in half and oh shit, I just caused a nuclear annihilation.
Chris, we're gonna have to add a safety feature. No atom splitting here. Dude, can you imagine? I'm actually thinking about how much dedication and time would it take for you to split something in half so much that you got it down to the atom and then you tried splitting it in half?
It would probably take you a few, I was gonna say years, but maybe months. It would probably take you a few months.
I'm trying to think of just,
because
it's hard to imagine how much mass you're cutting down in half after a while.
Because if you cut like a 5-inch cookie, let's say, in half, that's a 5-inch cookie. If you split the Empire State Building in half, then that's the Empire State Building. That'll take you a lot longer than a fucking 5-inch cookie.
Yeah, of course.
So, I suppose it all depends on what you cut and how you cut it. Because, like, if you cut the Empire State Building, do you cut it from the top down, or do you go from the middle?
This is also a good question for the machine.
Yeah.
What is like the maximum size that we can start cutting in half from?
Right. So
see, we need to market this to a broad audience that would have a lot of use, but without going overboard and ruining the world. Or creating just a way to make a nuclear bomb.
Well, I mean, if we did want to do that, we could probably get a lot of recognition in North Korea.
That is very true. I think we could make a killer living in North Korea.
I mean, what a great place to live, right? Fuck England, fuck Mexico, all that shit. North Korea is the place to be. Nothing bad ever happens in North Korea.
Ideal vacation spot.
True.
All the time. I see nothing wrong with the country, and quite frankly, I don't know why so many people got beef with North Korea.
I don't know either. Like, they're so nice over there.
Kim Jong-un is a great dude.
True, he is. He's so nice. He's such a great guy.
Is this North Korea propaganda?
I think at this point it could be.
Damn. North Korea didn't even hire us. We were just giving them propaganda for free. But now they'll have to hire us for our new invention. Because it just makes nuclear bombs. Dude, it all wraps around. The plan, it's coming together. Deep thought works every time. This is why I commune with the dead.
And now we are descending from the mountaintop where the Buddhists and the monks all convene to share their thoughts. And we are floating back down to our gaming chairs where we will sit and talk about penises for the rest of the time on the podcast.
What? I don't know, can we do a different topic, maybe?
If you want, if you're gonna be a little bitch about it, we can do a different topic.
I'm not gonna be a little bitch. I'm gonna be a big bitch about it. I'm leaving the podcast.
Oh,
goodbye.
No, Nick! Oh well, I guess this is my show now. Welcome everybody to the Idiot in a Room podcast. I'm your host, Chris Janke, and today we're going to be talking about the empty loneliness that comes from being alone every day. Hey, hi, you're back.
Hey, listen, I don't mean to barge in here like this, but
Okay.
I really thought about what I said earlier, and it was just out of left field. I've come here to apologize. I overreacted, and I want to stay in the podcast.
Apology accepted. Welcome back, Mr. Nick. How are you?
Yes, I need to sneeze. I need a second.
Here it comes, folks. Here it comes. Oh, man, that was fucking meaty. Are you... Oh.
Almost done.
This is what we've devolved into, folks. Just sitting here listening to our co-host blow his nose. That's how far we've sunk in the almost 2 years that we've done this show.
Content that you can expect from C.A.F.E and the Idiots in a Room podcast. This is why we get the big money. We're innovating every time.
Yes, we are.
It's always something new every podcast. You never know what you're gonna get.
Every podcast we just get better and better. No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Slightly better, and then worse. Yeah.
Now, Nick, you and I are pretty progressive people, right?
I would say so, yes.
All right, so in that case, I want to play a little game with you.
All right.
I want you to say something that is so very controversial, so exclusively not okay, that it will ban us from a certain country forever. Like, we will never be able to get into this country. We will never be able to, even have our shit playing in that country because it is so controversial and so terrible to say.
Oh my god, really?
Are you ready to hear what I want you to say?
Sure.
I want you to say out loud to the microphone that Taiwan is its own country. If you say this, I didn't say it. I just told you what I wanted you to say.
Yeah. You probably cut it out.
If we say this, then we are never allowed in China again.
All right. I am okay with that. China didn't really pique my interest anyway. Ayo, Chinese government. Taiwan is its own country. Fuck off. Get out of there. Leave them alone. They're just doing their own thing on the island and you're bumming their shit. Leave them alone. It's its own country. They got a flag and everything.
And now we have been permanently banned from China. Thank you for your support.
Alright, so I was thinking for a pre-move-in vacation, we go to Taiwan.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You think they'll let us in?
They might let us in after our bold statement here that nobody else has ever made before.
Yes, no one else ever.
We are the first. And I feel very proud to be sitting here with someone who, has done this with me and agrees with me on this.
Endless possibilities from here on out. Our political careers began now. When I said that Taiwan was a country.
President Vandevort and Vice President Janke.
That reminds me, I don't know if you watched Rick and Morty at all.
I love
but
Rick and Morty.
yeah, there's that episode where Jerry becomes like a king or whatever in Pluto.
Oh my
Just
god.
because he says Pluto is a real planet. That's literally what I was doing right there.
Actually,
Starting my political reign by just declaring a place is real. Taiwan's gonna hit me up. I'm gonna become a national Taiwanese figure.
actually, funny story about that episode. I was watching it one morning, and the dad came down, and he just sat on the couch and watched it with me. And I'm like, oh, what? What? You're not getting up and leaving? Like, this is very stupid comedy. Why are you watching this with me? And he actually laughed at a couple of parts.
Yeah, that one.
So-
I think that's a good episode for more general audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So you mentioned something just a minute ago about us moving in.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta get into my my character here because we're about to go into our next segment. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, motherfuckers! Welcome to the Indians in the Room podcast, episode 24. We're gonna about go do some house hunting. Yeah! Grab your guns, grab your shit, fuck off. Yeah!
All right. You know, I don't know what I was expecting. First of all, 24 episodes. Wow. Second of all, what was I gonna say secondly? That was a beautiful, stunning, and amazing performance on your behalf, Chris.
Thank you. Is it Oscar worthy?
I believe that you could get yourself onto a radio play and then into a feature Disney animated film. That's the step. It's just one step, and then it's a really big step up to fame. How it goes for some people, Chris. I don't know what else to tell you, but that's the second thing I wanted to tell you. And third, house hunting segment. Hey.
Hello. So have you been able to find any houses, anything like that?
So I got this place I saw, right?
Okay.
It's in downtown Minneapolis. It runs right over the river. It's a really nice stone bridge. And if you go underneath it, there's like a flat part that we could sleep on.
Okay.
So, yes, that is what I have found so far.
Nice. I like that.
It costs $0 a month. It allows pets. It's right by the river, so there's laundry.
Wonderful.
Yeah, don't gotta pay for water either, just gotta get a good filter. And there's no heating.
No
We
heating.
would have to supply our own heating, so buy a space heater. It's also 0 bedrooms and 0 bathrooms. In fact, there are no rooms at this apartment. So
We're not gonna have much
we will
privacy,
have
are
to-
we?
Yeah, we might have to get boxes or board up sides of the bridge.
I would probably go for boarding up, just because boxes can get wet.
Yeah, boards can get wet too, but not as bad.
Yeah. I mean, all houses are essentially made out of boards, so...
They got like some sort of finish on them to protect it from rain and shit.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
I don't know enough about architecture though, really too much more.
In all seriousness, though, have you found any houses?
No, I
Me
have
neither.
not. I just made that up to fill time.
I haven't really had much of a chance to look. I called those realtors that we got the numbers for, and they never called me back.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna start searching again this week.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of busy.
Yeah,
But-
I've been busy as well.
Yeah, I gotta. I mean, as long as we don't really have anything else to say on this topic, I'm gonna divert a little bit.
Okay,
But my work schedule is changing here.
really?
Yes, because there are hockey finals and basketball finals going around for high schools across the state over the next, not this weekend, but after that, the next 4 weekends. Which
Okay.
means for half of the week, I'll be chilling here, doing nothing in Moorhead.
Okay.
And for the other half of the week, I'll be traveling to some other city in North Dakota and working sports games for that other half of the week. So I'm at home half the time and away half the time.
Wow.
That's gonna be, it's just, yeah, almost all of March it's gonna be like that.
So we'll have to be pretty sparse about when we do this podcast.
Yeah, there's only so many days I can do it. Otherwise, I'm working or on a car trip there or back.
Yeah. I don't think these podcasts work very well in a car. So Nick,
No.
how have you been? Fuck you! Get in your own fucking lane! How have you been this week, Nick?
Chris, I'm really goddamn stressed out. Cities are not a good place to drive through.
Oh, so I would like to divert our attention for a moment because one of our good friends of the show is turning 18 today.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I am going. Our next segment of this show is a birthday call where I am going to call him and sing happy birthday. And if you want to, you can as well.
All right.
So he turns 18 in 1 minute, so I'm gonna dial him up here.
Wow, you got the exact minute and everything.
Yes.
Damn.
Mr. Nicholas Phillips, pick up the phone. Pick up the telephone. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Oh,
I
You
don't
didn't-
know, man.
he didn't pick up. All right, let's try him again. It's ringing. Ringing, ringing, ringing. Oh, I hear an ambulance outside. That's always fun.
Yeah, people dying. Oh,
You can hear the sounds of the Snapchat ring. Oh, looks like he's not picking up.
maybe
What?
if I try calling him instead.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I don't have his number and have never met him. He will surely answer my phone.
Actually, you did meet him. He was on episode 7.
Oh, yes, that episode that I definitely remember. There's been so many of them, dude. I can't remember all of them.
That was the one at my birthday party.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
all right. Well, since he's not picking up, I'll just wish him on here. Nick, happy birthday, you magnificent bastard. And now that you're 18, you can suck my dick. So, hooray.
Oh, shit. It's legal. Wow, what a way to close off a happy birthday wish.
Now, Nick, you and I are both drivers, correct?
As in, we drive cars? Yes.
Yes. So we both are drivers. We both have done a lot of driving in our past, correct?
Yeah, I even did a delivery job for a while.
Good. So, you're going to very much enjoy this story I'm about to tell you.
Alright.
I'm driving along on Monday evening, and I see a raccoon in the middle of the road. My natural instinct tells me to swerve. I swerve, there's ice on the road, and I hit a tree.
Shit. Isn't that good?
No, it's not. It was really interesting though. All the damage was on my car. Nothing was on the tree. Like, I didn't make a dent in the tree. And now my passenger door opens, but every time I do open it, it makes a so, yeah.
Big creek.
Car accidents. How fun.
Yep. Gotta love them. Except when you hate them, which is always. Slap that on a t-shirt or something.
That'll be our first line of merch.
Yep.
Speaking of merch, I'm working on a merch line.
Whoa.
For the 5 people that actually watch my content. Hooray!
Whoa. Man, we're gonna make a killing off of this one.
See, my philosophy has always been, like, if I think like a business, more people might actually see me as a business.
I mean, that works when you have a bit more of a market, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's also the strategy that Donald Trump used, and he got to be president. I think you got a shot here. I think this could be big.
Oh my god.
You got that Trump spirit in you, kid. I can see it in your eyes.
It's gonna be huge. Oh my god. Alright, so now we've talked about our lives, we've talked about multivitamins and how we can cut things in half.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about house hunting. We've talked about work, we've talked about sports, and we've talked about Donald Trump again.
Yep, always finds a way.
So, is there anything else that you can think of that we haven't talked about yet?
Have you watched a movie at all?
Jackass.
Oh, well, yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Have you seen that yet?
I have not. No.
I'll put it to you this way. If you don't like dicks, you won't enjoy it.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of dicks in the movie. If you want a more in-depth thought analysis of it, go check out the review I did. Self-promotional plug.
From one video to another.
Speaking of plugs, how is Third Floor North doing?
Third Floor North has been doing, I mean, we're not doing a whole lot right now, but yeah, we're mostly just playing for fun. I did buy a capture card for the Switch.
Ooh.
So before I was just using the system method, which lets you save in up to 30-second clip of the past 30 seconds of gameplay or whatever. And I would just record all those and then stitch them together. But now with the capture card, I can just have one big video file.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Can also record audio onto it now.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, could hear our voices during the game this time.
I'm gonna start doing video game playthroughs pretty soon here.
Nice.
Because I just got a headset for my Xbox. So I'm gonna try and start that next month.
What kind of headset?
It's like a... I don't know where the box is.
He's lost it already, guys.
Here's the receipt. I got a E-Series wired headset.
E-Series. Alright.
So, I think it's going to be pretty nice. It has an adjustable mic, plugs right into the controller, so not really a hassle trying to get it to the TV and such.
Yeah.
So, it should be cool. I'm excited about it.
Alright. So...
I guess the last thing we would have on the docket is just future plans and such.
Future plans. Well, I already mentioned my work schedule, but I don't know. I want to learn new shit too. I want to edit more videos. I think having a more consistent schedule for the next month could be really good, because I'm thinking about trying to dedicate certain days to just doing certain things.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, getting shit done and learning new stuff.
I've been trying to do that a little bit because I essentially have no time to do anything since I'm working all the time.
Sure.
So anytime that I have, I'm either sleeping or trying to get shit done. I've also started doing DoorDash again.
Just picking up extra cash.
Yeah, because if we're going to be moving in together, I want to make sure that I have something to fall back on.
That's fair.
So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing there, and yeah, I've just been trying to do videos whenever I can. I still have my March schedule to write out. I'm probably going to do that next.
Right. Yeah, because we're already halfway through the month, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh, February is so short, dude.
Yeah. Does it even count as a month?
Yes. I mean, do you just want to remove 28 days from the year?
I mean,
29?
Why not? It's not really doing anything.
What? There are birthdays. There's a holiday that a lot of people celebrate.
I know, but Valentine's Day is stupid. I did a whole new series pilot about how bad Valentine's Day is.
Oh my god. This man is committed to the single living.
I actually read somewhere that February 15th is Celebrate That You're Single Day. And I'm
like, is it now?
And I'm like, dude, that's every day.
Every day I pop up with a cool one and say, man, I'm glad I'm still single.
Speaking of being single, have you been trying for love?
Nah, I'm gonna wait until I move, because I don't wanna... Yeah, I remember the relationship with Andy ended partially because I knew I was moving away already.
Oh, sure.
So I kind of... Yeah, there was a lack of commitment there that she picked up on over time. But, so I don't want to repeat that. Just get in a relationship to move away.
Was that your last relationship that you were in?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so I haven't had one since high school.
Holy fuck. I'm
okay with that, honestly. It's not a huge deal. I've been maturing a lot since then, so.
Well, that's good. It's just kind of funny to me that, you had a relationship and then you just you haven't had one for almost 6 years.
No, it's 5, isn't it? Closer to 4 or 5 years. I was 18.
Yeah, it's 5. It's 5 because I was in freshman year when you broke up with her, so however that went down, I don't remember.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, it's closer to 5, I guess.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting to pursue that.
Just do me a favor when we're living together.
Okay.
Nothing on the couch.
If
I walk into the apartment and I see you guys
on the floor.
yeah, if you guys are fucking on the couch, I'm gonna be like, dude, I am not living with you. I'm turning in my key. Goodbye. But if you guys are on the floor, then it's like, okay, just try and go in the room next time. But whatever, it's fine.
That shit's gonna hurt. No. Doing it on the floor? No, man. That sounds painful.
People have done it in some very strange places.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I'm gonna be one of them.
Oh man. So yeah, we'll have to deal with that as it comes.
Yep. All right. Next time.
But I think I've said everything that I wanted to say this week. How about you?
I think so as well. I think this is a good note to close out on.
All right.
In fact, I think it's so good that I am actually going to take command now.
All right.
And goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye. That's a very.
That's the outro. Goodbye. Goodbye.
We didn't even say the name of the podcast.
Farewell. Are we over there? Our voices. They're fading away. They're probably not, because I don't think Chris would edit that in. But goodbye.
Farewell. Are we actually ending on that note?
No. You can do an actual outro if you want.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Idiots in a Room podcast. If you've actually made it this far, then what the fuck are you doing with your life? I've been your host. I mean,
yeah, they made it through the fake out.
I mean, we choose to be here and do this. You don't have to be here. Why are you listening to this? Go home. Go to the gym. Do something with your life. Don't listen to us. We're stupid. You're not. I don't know where I was going with that.
Man, it's like I said last time, Chris. You can't insult the audience right at the end. It incentivizes them to not watch to the end. All right.
Thank you for watching. I've been your host, Chris Janke, and with me, as always, is my co-host.
First, last name is him.
Yes, every single time he's here.
Every time.
And we're trying to get him away from it, but we just can't. He keeps coming back. We don't know how he gets here.
All time. All of time. Every time. Any time. No time.
Jesus. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.